competition format is basically an AI coding competition. In previous years we also had the GUI competition, but we decided rather to focus our efforts on the AI side of things. Today's competition is a double elimination round.
Yeah, are we ready?
So what made you enter the challenge this year?
Well, this is the third year that I actually competed. I entered, well, I saw the very first one with Tron. Still busy studying then. My first one that I actually entered into was the Pac-Man one. Entered the Space Invaders challenge. And yeah, this year with battleships, and it's been immensely fun. Every year it's a real different challenge. And it's a problem that needs to be solved, you know, and that's what I'm good at.
What strategy and tactics did you use in building your bot?
So when I started with the bot, I started with a very standard heat-seeking heat map type strategy. As the game went on, we started seeing how people were placing their bots, and I started applying modifiers to that. The idea I had at the time was to modify the heat maps with a whole bunch of variables that I could then iterate through and find the best thing by automating it. But unfortunately I ran out of time, so I kind of had to just put them as much as I could. And I ended up very much with something that cleared the edges and then worked its way inwards after that.
Cool. So what made you enter the challenge this year?
I've actually been entering it for a while now. It's only last year that I didn't enter. I think I've entered 3 in total. Pac-Man, Space Invaders, and this one. And well, it's coding. I enjoy coding. And anything with coding, I'm definitely going to enter. So, and I like I hate losing, but no, I really did enjoy the tournament. So at Wits University, I heard about it through Wits, and I was like, I'm definitely going to do it this year. So it was just a yearly thing for me since back then.
Cool. So have you entered the challenge before, and what made you enter the challenge this year?
Yeah, I've done almost every challenge. I skipped last year, the Bomberman, but every other challenge I've entered so far. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun just competing, whether you get far in the challenge or not. It's still very entertaining to write the code.
This is my third year. The first year that I took part was the Space Invaders Challenge, and then the second year, last year with Bomberman, I was also a finalist, and then this year I managed to get lucky and also make it here.
So what made you enter? What do you like about the challenge?
To me, it's just fun to see, put a little bit of life in a computer program and start with some basis, and then as I go along I see, well, it's just getting better to build up. Yeah.
This is my first year. A friend of mine introduced me to it, and at first I thought I had no chance of getting into the top 10, top 20, and I mean, it was just a huge challenge for me. First time entering something like this, so I mean, I'm very happy to be here.
Any programmer wants to make a game at some point, and so getting a chance to do something concerning a game is awesome, especially in South Africa.
What were the technical and operational challenges in running this initiative this year?
So for me, it's the first year that I've been doing it, so it was kind of a ramp up on how the whole game engine was run, what technology it was used, and just pretty much how it worked in Essential, so how the events are processed and how it all fit together.
I think my favorite part was being able to give something back to the community. It's a very good opportunity for people to get involved. Not just, I'm quite involved in my account in Entelect itself, but it's a good way for me to give back to the community. They can give us a lot of insight into what they do actually on a daily basis and how they go about their lives.
So it started back in 2012. We were looking for a way to kind of bring the software development community in South Africa together to do something fun that wasn't just their normal kind of day job. And when we were looking at what the options were, of course, gaming is one thing that kind of is common thread in all of us. We all love gaming, we all grew up with gaming. And one of the other challenging and upcoming fields at the time in software academia was artificial intelligence. And they're naturally quite interlinked. There's a lot of AI in gaming, so we thought let's come up with a great coding competition inspired by the likes of the Googles and the rest of the world where these things exist. Let's bring something unique to South Africa that's fun, exciting, and let's attach some real stakes to it. So that's where it started. It actually started out as the Entelect 100K challenge with the 100,000 Rand price tag going all to the winner. It was a winner-take-all scenario. We started off that first year with Tron. It was exciting. You could tell back in the day, if you look at the videos from my 2012 competition, it was quite lo-fi in terms of the visual, how the game looked, and we took a lot of lessons from it. So I think in 2012 it was probably quite difficult to enter the competition. Technically, there were a lot of challenges we had to overcome. We had a very small team working on all the support behind it. And it naturally evolved over the years to make it easier and more fluid for people to enter. So starter kits were introduced, easier game dynamics were introduced. But I think the core thing is we really designed this competition and put it in the hands of the community. And we took their feedback every year and we made sure that we implemented those changes to make it better and better and better, and to increase the participation every year and make it easier.
How did the idea for this year's challenge come about?
So every year the team and I sit in a room and then we brainstorm like a couple of different classic games. This year we decided on Battleships because we wanted it to be a relatively easy game to get started, and it's very, very well known. In previous years, guys would work on their bot for the entire year. This year we decided to break up the competition into different phases. Start off with a very, very easy problem to solve and then start building on the game. So through each phase we started introducing new weapons, new shields, new kind of dynamics to the game to make it a little bit more enticing. We had really great participation this year. We doubled our participation rate from the previous years, and we had over 1,000 something kind of people subscribing to this year's competition. It was really, really a good turnout. So obviously driving the awareness of tech and getting more people involved is extremely important. A lot of people still think that the traditional kind of jobs of a lawyer or an accountant are the way forward. We are trying to increase the local kind of tech community involvement and awareness. I think it's important so that we can get a lot more youngsters involved and sort of like shaping the future of tech moving forward.